Welcome. We are Shadows at Bay, and we're just going to sit here and have a quick conversation with everyone about numerous different stuff. So first of all, my name's Lee. I play guitar and I sing in Shadows at Bay.
I'm Alex. I play bass and I sing sometimes in Shadows at Bay.
I'm Patrick. I play guitar and I'm also the new guy.
Yeah, all right, let's start with it, then, shall we? Since you're the new guy.
Yeah.
We've known you for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first thoughts of seeing Shadows live or coming across us? I don't know how you came across us.
The first time I came across you guys, we had a message with my previous band because you guys were looking for another band to play with us, or to play with you guys, sorry. And I checked you guys out. I'm like, it's kind of the stuff I really like, you know what I mean? Like, because I was playing an indie rock band, and I was, I don't know, I wouldn't say I was the odd one out, but I kind of was, you know, long hair, playing a Strat and Marshall Stack and an indie rock band. And then the other members of my band, and they're like, Pat, you'd be perfect in that band. You know what I mean? And then, we met at, what gig was it? It was at the Reverence.
At the Reverence.
It was us, you guys, and
Littlefoot?
no, I can't remember what, something Snakes.
Yeah.
Oh.
They were really loud, I remember.
Yeah. Oh, what the River of Snakes?
Maybe, yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, that's how I met you guys. And
I
then,
remember them. Yeah, they're a cool band, but they're loud.
yeah,
They were
very, very
loud.
obnoxiously loud. Yeah. Cool guys, though.
Because that was at the front
Yes, it was.
section of the venue, wasn't it? Not the
it was the
back
front
one.
part. Yeah.
That's right.
Rest in peace, Rose.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to pick that up. Hopefully, someone picks it up for.
I hope so. It's a great venue.
Yeah, great location, great venue.
And then after that, we played. I kept in contact with you guys, and we played another gig fairly recent after that at Mr. Boogeyman Bar.
Yep.
That was us. What are they called?
Testing memory now.
Yeah, they used
Riding Line?
Yeah, they used to be Neighborhood Riots. Now they're called Useless Spacemen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because we did the photo shoot at the front after that too.
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is going back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in saying that just shows how many years we've known each other.
Exactly, yeah.
What about you, Alex? Do you remember your first interaction with Shadows at Bay?
Yeah, I just remember I was looking around on Melband and I sort of had my own project before and it sort of didn't really work out. And then I went to look for other bands to join and nothing was really sticking out for me. I sort of had an idea of what I wanted to join, what music I wanted to play, and then I came across your ad on Melband and then checked out YouTube and saw the Razors video clip and I'm like, oh, that's sort of what I'm after. And then we did the rehearsal and started gigging quite soon after that. That's my story. So
yeah, fun fact about that the Razor's Edge film clip, that was done by some uni students. They were also doing work experience, so they worked with another company. I can't remember who the hell they were called. So they had access to all the equipment and they had a really good setup and a system in place. And when we spoke to them after they did it, because we were like, this is phenomenal, you've done an amazing job. And I was like, you should do this more. You should absolutely do this more. Keep this crew together. You're tight, you're efficient, you do, getting some amazing results. And they kind of took it for granted, going, oh no, this will be what it would be able to pick this up again and do it again. They never did.
Really? That's sad.
Never did. Because we got in contact with again going, let's do a repeat. It's really good, really fun. Let's do it again.
you filmed it in your house?
Yeah, so my old place I lived with my sister at the time. It was all done there. So we had the storyline and the band playing. Yeah, just all at the house. And we filmed it in one hit. We started at about, 4 in the afternoon and finished it like just before midnight, all in one hit.
Yeah, right.
Bang.
That's pretty
Brilliant. Absolutely
efficient.
brilliant. Yeah, but no, they all went their own separate ways and never picked it up again. It's a shame because they all told me separately. Not all of them, but the few I kept in contact with were like, they all admitted we should have stayed together as a group. Yeah.
Well, they can always go back to it, I guess, can't they?
I don't know where they're at the moment, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame because they did such a good result, good work with that. Just a bucket. Yeah.
So I've got the new album coming out, Lee. Did you want to have a chat about how that came about and your approach to that after it's been a while since we released some music?
Anything, yeah.
Yeah. So
where to start with it, really? The album was always on the cards. We decided to do an EP last time, even though we had ample amount of material to do an album, to start getting stuff out there more officially. And yeah.
And I guess with this album, we've reworked a lot of older songs, whereas the EP were brand new.
EP was all brand new.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah, but the new album, what we decided to do was do a bunch of old songs that we really liked, but weren't 100% happy with. And bringing some new tracks that we had ideas for. And I think reworking them was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Being able to give it the time and energy that they needed and step it up to the point where we really always wanted them to be at. Because we always had demos of all those songs from previous recordings that never got released. We used a couple of them for promotional stuff and that during, our period where we were promoting our band and doing radio stuff or whatever. But yeah, we never got them to that satisfactory point. We were like, here we go. Now we're not only happy to release them, but excited about it and really proud about it. And
so you're
kind of content with that, where you like, which is tough in any artistic position to go, all right, I'm happy with this. Now, not so much move on, but as in, this is how it is now. We're happy with it, and let's share it and accept it with what it is, instead of being kind of like, that's what it is, so be it, and whatever. You know what I mean?
Because I guess we really took our time with re-recording all the tracks, and whereas the EP was a bit rushed, we had a bit more time to give the older songs the time they sort of deserve to get them to a level that you're happy with.
And that was definitely a conscious decision that we made to go, all right, we did rush the EP. It was very, very rushed. I did my guitars in one night. I did my vocals over a weekend.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was, from a music perspective, that's all I gave myself time for that.
Yeah.
And it was just constant, like there's so much drum editing that needed to be done. Recording a bass was still pretty smooth, but,
that was done a couple of days
as well, yeah. So I definitely believe we cut ourselves short, not giving ourselves a breathing space to explore and to see where we can take it and how far we can push things from a production perspective and creative perspective as well. And I remember having a chat with you when we decided to do the album to say, no rush.
Yeah.
No rush at all. We're under zero obligations from any outside influence or companies or anything to say it has to be done by this date. So we're just going to take our time and see organically how it actually is going to roll and to go.
I guess we approached it a bit different, having Mark from Elusive do all the drum tracking first, and then we did everything else after that.
Yeah, having Mark come in from Elusive was just, I can't even put in words how good it was. Not only the fact that he's a friend, we've worked with him lots with other projects, he's an amazing drummer, but just the passion he really brought to it. And he was super keen to push these songs as well.
Yeah.
I remember, I'm sure you would remember as well, the times where we did studio sessions, he's like, you can do this, but how do you feel about this? How do you feel about pushing this?
Yeah, he really brought up.
And he really just gave us all these different variations and even there were some parts where he was like, oh, we haven't done this for the album yet. How about something like this? And I'm like, oh yeah, That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
He had a real high energy, didn't he?
heaps of energy, which really boosted from there as a foundation. Like, for example, when I recorded guitars, the energy was already up there.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, this is how high I need to jump. Done. Instead of trying to have the guitars be the main, push and to really bring it up, was gave a whole new dynamic and, result, for lack of a better term, of the album, with the drums being as pumping as what they were. Yeah, Mark was awesome to work with. I'm happy to work with him anytime.
Yeah, it was really
Even
good.
just hanging out with him is heaps of fun.
Yeah, it's good.
But doing music with him, it was awesome.
And we've got the title "Remember Me," so there's a bit of a double meaning to go with that album due to various things that are going on and the older songs. Do you want to discuss a bit about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So the title definitely has two major phases to it. One of it is from the band perspective, because we do have some old songs on there. So it's kind of nice to have that, like, remember me, this is how the songs were.
Yep.
And this is bringing them, not so much back to life, but bringing them to the surface and really releasing them and sharing them with the world of how we wanted them to sound and how we want it to be, even though some of the songs have been around for quite a while. And the other aspect of it is Remember Me, really relevant to what's happening in today's world, is in regards to, with so much social restrictions and quarantining that a lot of people had to go through and still going through. Let's not make no mistake here, it's still going on. Touching base on people's mental health, making sure they are okay. Remembering to say hi to them, and even though someone you might say hi to every few months, a few days in quarantine does feel like a few months to a lot of people. So reaching out to them, to making sure they are okay, and just having general conversations and trying to find the normal in this crazy situation that everyone's going through. Because I know when I was definitely struggling, having conversations with friends and all that, just about anything, about board games, about what we did in high school, a basketball game that happened in 1987, just having those conversations definitely did help ground me to go, all right, I do feel like I'm having a normal conversation now. And not so much disrespecting what was happening at the time, but not being so caught in that rabbit hole of what's going on. Because it's really easy when something bad is going on to just keep diving deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's super hard to get back out of there. So that was definitely an inspiration to have that title for the album, Remember Me.
And that influenced the lyrics of it as well, would you say?
I don't think it influenced the lyrics, but there was a crossover with lyrics. Because the lyrics were written before the COVID-19 hit. But I'm just trying to think now. Every single song on it has touches base on mental health one way or the other. Every track.
Which gets back to the Remember Me title as
Which
well.
goes back to the Remember Me thing. We've always been big advocates of talking about mental health and struggles and having the conversation and keeping it relevant. And with this happening now, it kind of intertwines all in. Like, what do you think about lyrics and all that?
Yeah, I agree. It's relevant to now, but also a broader perspective and making people aware of looking after everyone and maybe reaching out to that person that you hadn't talked to for a few months because everyone's busy, and now all of a sudden everyone's at home. So it's I think that's very poignant in the album lyrics.
What
about
you, Patrick? What do you feel about when you heard? I think it's really refreshing. Knowing that, just reading the lyrics, having someone openly talk about mental health, because in this day and age, a lot of people aren't talking about mental health. with just, and as someone who struggled with mental health, I think it's awesome, just because it's just reading, I can find something. I'm just like, I can really relate to stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's cool because it's easy to put a bumper sticker on something, or you know what I mean, like just share a picture that says something, but it's different to actually engage with someone socially and really have that interaction and talk through whatever. And it's not easy. It's definitely not easy for people to do that. But if you can't actually have the conversation, it's good at least having an open door policy to be able to have those conversations. Because I know a lot of people are happy at least knowing that there's someone they can go to. Even if they're not ready or they don't want to, knowing that's there makes them feel a lot better and more grounded.
Yeah.
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 No, Shadows of A's, I don't know. We've always touched base on that. That's kind of something we've always revolved around. So it's nice to have an album where it naturally just turned out that was the case for all the songs. It wasn't done on purpose. There was no point where we thought, definitely I didn't think, here we go, here's a journey from from A, B, C to D. And this is how we're going to shape it, not at all.
That drew me to the band in the first place as well, getting back to your question at the start. I saw that you did the Are You Okay gigs, and I thought, that's really good, And just, that was another reason that drew me to contacting you to be a member as well.
That was a fun campaign. I really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed that. I can't remember how many gigs we did at the time for that, but it seemed like a lot, which is really good.
So, so Paddy, you've got a new guitar that you've got recently?
Yes, it's LTD EC something.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't know. I bought it off a guy on Facebook, because I was just looking for a new guitar because, I've played Strats, I've played Gibsons and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I didn't feel like they'd kind of suit this kind of style of music. And I saw one and it's got, it's all black. It's kind of, it's the Eclipse shape, or Les Paul shape, single cut, whatever you're going to call it. It's really nice. And, I thought, I've tuned it down to the tuning, which you guys would just drop C, and it just plays perfectly, And I played that through a Boss Katana amp, or Boss Katana 100, which is kind of the best amp I've ever played in my music journey. It's got all the effects built into it. It's got Wazacraft speakers, which are Boss's in-house speakers, but they're kind of like Celestian rip-offs, but it's really good. And I use a purple coily cable to use that kind of stuff.
Getting into the detail.
Why not? Because I love the colour purple. Yeah.
No, I'm really keen to see how far that amp can be pushed because we've spoken about this before. But seen reviews and that on it. It looks really interesting. But
you can push them pretty hard.
Yeah, I've never actually had a chance to get my hands on it to go, all right, let's see if we can take this thing.
Definitely,
yeah. I've had the same gear for about 5 years, so yeah.
Well, that's the one thing with music, isn't it? Sometimes you just get your gear and that's it. Like, you got your live setup and it just sticks with you. Like,
that's it.
I've been using the same amp for 15 years now. My Fender Deluxe.
Yeah.
I'm only just starting to adventure into other stuff recently, but that's always worked. I used a Squire guitar for years. Absolutely years with this band of playing live. Worked out decently. It wasn't until, I don't know, I kind of got really just comfortable with it. It wasn't until I brought another guitar in pretty much just for giggles to go, all right, let's shake it up a bit. Did the sound really boost out, and I was like, whoa, these pickups are different. Is
that the blue one?
The Omsme guitar, which is cool that an Australian brand has got such a world-renowned, the equivalent of a AAA guitar brand out there, which I'm very lucky I got my hands on that because I bought that from a music store. And they said, we'll give you this for cheap, because I was inquiring about it, because I was like, I want to see how they are. I'm really keen. Just got my tax return, so I'm like, let's reward myself here. And the guy at the music store was like, you can have this one a bit cheaper because it's got a bit of a mark on the paint. I still can't find that mark to this day. I'm like, sure, I'll take the discount. Let's do it.
It's always good.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But Yeah, I still couldn't tell you where the mark is. If you can find it, kudos to you.
I think that's with the album. I finally found my live sound as well.
Mm.
So obviously, you want to get when you record, you want to replicate what you sound like when you're playing with all your stuff. And I think on this album, I was really happy with how it turned out and mimics sort of what I sound like live as well.
Actually, we should talk about that a little bit because what happened with us during the COVID-19 little periods, we had to rethink how we're going to approach band.
Yeah.
We had to totally flip our mind frame to how we do anything. So originally it was a case of do the album, do standard press release, start gigging for it. And do like album release shows and things like that, and start pushing different states and cities and where we could go and things we could do. And since the restrictions came down and lockdown, had to really rethink it. And you came up with the idea because the album was done and dusted. It was like, yep, done.
Yeah.
We're just sitting on it, trying to organise everything else and trying to handle what the hell's going on with the world.
Yeah.
And you proposed the idea of let's revisit it. Let's bring it back up. Because at the time, finished the album, then I updated the studio.
Yeah.
And I was like, the studio's been updated, looking for the future now. The album's done and dusted. And you said, let's bring it into the new studio. Let's see if we can push it further. And
well, it just seemed like such a waste. You've got this brand new studio and we hadn't recorded anything in it.
Yeah.
And it's, I think initially you thought it was going to be a lot harder to bring it across.
I thought it was going to be a huge task.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
That was super simple.
So that saved us.
It took about an hour and I was like, ready to work. Okay, done. Sure, here we go. But like pushing your bass really changed everything, did that? Revisit the bass.
Yeah, it sounds completely different.
Yeah.
And you were able to relayer all your guitars and vocals and everything.
Yeah, so I got to retouch that because I got my hands on the dark glass.
Yes. Yeah.
For bass. And then we put that into the album.
Yeah.
It's just very fortunate because I didn't know how it was going to go at all. I didn't know. I was like, we recorded pretty dry, but I don't know how it's going to convert over from the old interface I had compared to the new one. And just all the different potential things that weren't going to work. And when we did it, I was like, let's push everything else up now. I was like, this is really, really good. Let's see where else we can take these. Because as soon as we did the bass, it was like, all right, that sounded pumping now. Like that is sounding next level from where we had it from. And I was like, cool. Where can we take the drums now?
Yeah, because you did a lot of work in reworking the kick drum and the drums.
The drums did heaps. I pretty much just revamped them. I went, all right, cool. I'm scrapping all the inserts I had involved in all the drums, and I start again working from this bass. Let's get the kick drum going.
Yeah.
Then after I got those sounded pumping, and I was like, all right, let's bring the guitars in, which is a very old way of thinking because I'd learned analog. So always start with the drums and the bass, mix them in together, bring in the guitars, then the vocals. And that's how I pretty much did it this time again.
Yeah.
But having everything already recorded.
So Paddy, I just wanted to ask you some of your influences. What made you pick up a guitar? What made you want to write your own music? Be involved in bands?
Right.
This is a tough
that is a very tough.
What was your light bulb moment?
God,
poor kid sitting there minding his own business and he's got this bombshell on him.
God, really, my mum has been a muso for 30, 40 years. She's she's also a mental health worker as well, which is pretty cool. I think seeing my mum playing guitar as a kid, I'm just like, I kind of want to do that. And actually in the movie School Rock, Jack Black movie, that really influenced me as well. And over time, I've kind of just learned all the different cool guitarists and all that. I used to be a blues guitarist as well. And one of my favourite guitarists of all time is Stevie Ray Vaughan, the legendary blues guitarist. But everyone knows me to this day as the metal guy. For like everyone in my friendship group, I'm the guy with long hair. I got a beard. I got some tattoos, and I every time you get in my car, you'll definitely hear something metal playing, guaranteed. But
So you've been pigeonholed, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let's say that. But yeah, my influences, they go from metal to post punk to blues to not jazz to yeah. But my favorite band of all time is Metallica. Anyone will ask me, but when I first heard you guys, I kind of heard a bit of a Swedish sound going on there.
Mm.
So like like bands like In Flames and Soilwork and stuff like that, yeah, which is awesome because I love all that Swedish melodic death metal, yeah.
Yeah, we talked before that we went to a Soilwork.
Yeah,
The last time they came to
yeah,
town.
very good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and I've seen Soilwork over a 20-year period, I think.
Right.
Wow.
Close to it, yeah, when I first saw them. Yeah, first saw them I think would have been maybe 2000, 2001 maybe. Well.
And I've still yet to see them.
They'll be back. They love Australia. They'll be back. Yeah.
So, would they an influence for you think, or what sort of?
Wow.
Obviously, there's a
I can't
grungy influence there that in your guitar playing.
At the end of the day, as a muso, you are what you eat. You know what I mean? You listen. If you just listen to whatever it might be, just pick a band, Metallica. You're gonna sound like Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you could definitely hear my influences. Like, I did grow up with In Flames, Soilwork, Nirvana, Soundgarden, even influences like Australian ones, Sick Puppies, Silverchair, in the younger years, all those things. So it's just a mixture of all of it put together, I think.
Alice in Chains.
Alice in
as well.
Chains, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's just a bit of everything, I think. I
Mm.
think it's just a bit of all of it.
Yeah.
Because there's no real one band where I was like, this is it. This is who I am. I am this band. Because you do get musos like that where you hear them play, you're like,
Yeah.
you've listened to Cannibal Corpse for the last 10 years, haven't you? And not much else. Which is no problem. So that's what they do. That's what they do. But nah, I don't know. I think I've just been very attracted by two major elements by bands, which is riffs. I love guitar riffs. So like Megadeth was big on guitar riffs.
Mm-hmm.
I was big on guitar riffs. And melody, where Soilwork and In Flames and the whole Swedish movement and a lot of European bands actually had that real melodic touch to it. And I think I've just taken the best of what I can from those to put it in. Because we are very riff heavy, but we have melodic, strong moments.
I love grunge and metal. I think we sort of combine those into one element.
Yeah.
So I had similar grunge influences as you, Nirvana and Megadeth as a metal influence and all that. And that's sort of what started me wanting to play bass and moving to Melbourne and seeing all the live music bands playing. Like, I just got sick of being a crowd member. I wanted to be on the stage. Like, I want to be doing that. So
yeah, because growing up, my first two bands that I really got into majorly, where I'd forcibly go to music shops to buy whatever albums they had available, to bootleg concerts, to live concerts, to anything, would be The Doors and Nirvana. Those two bands at the same time, they were it. They were absolutely it. Like, I'd go down to the video store and just buy everything they had on them and watch them back to front constantly as a teenager. So they were probably the first bands I had where I was like, cool, I want to pick up an instrument.
Yeah.
And I want to do what they're doing. But yeah, as time went on, because I'm as much as a music fan, listener as I am a music creator. Because there's plenty of like black metal bands I listen to that I wouldn't play, but I love listening to them. But
Yeah. So it's pretty much me. But it's interesting you mentioned Megadeth as a guitar influence. I sort of Dave Ellefson bass playing.
His bass was brilliant. He's so creative.
yeah, that he's just such a wandering bass player. I really just changed my mindset on the instrument, I guess.
Yeah, because I remember listening to Megadeth. Every album they had, like for the first 6 or 7 albums you listen to, there'll always be a couple, at least 2 and if not 3 bass parts where you're like, the bass just stands out and does something really melodic and really driving. And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
And I remember the one album they had where he left the band. It lacked that bass part, and I'm like,
I remember that.
That's so sad. It's missing that bass part that they. Yeah, like Countdown and Euthanasia was just. Yeah, he shined. Even in the first album, he did a few bass runs, and I was blown away by him. Which definitely is another influence of the band, because we think about that too, like having bass runs and not just having a bass as a backup.
Yeah.
You know, foundation instrument to also speak itself as well at certain points whenever the song needs it.
Yeah, I read his book actually, and he started saying how I think he was jazz influenced, but then discovered playing with a pick and how that sort of changed his total mindset on the instrument. So you can be melodic with the pick.
But that's just a weird misconception, I think, with bass playing with picks.
Yeah.
There's a whole old thing with like, oh, that's just cheating, or you're just being lazy. It's like, it gives a completely different dynamic, different sound, and you can do different stuff with it.
Well, I used to play. I used to play fingers before shadows, but then I switched to pick because I just felt it fitted better. So.
Yeah, it's just different characteristics, and you get a different result from it. And I think they're both correct in however you want to use them.
Yeah. So plans going forward for us? Obviously got a new member now, so that's going to be
awesome.
We've got some new music that we're working on already. So our album Remember Me is coming out on the 13th of July. We'll be releasing that, but we're working on more songs, and Paddy's going to be obviously part of that as well. So excited for that period. That's my opinion.
No, I'm really looking forward to having that second guitarist there. It's going to creatively just be so much more dynamic and see where we can take stuff, and it's going to be less juggling for me with the vocals too, having to do the vocals and the melodic stuff, and I can really help push my voice now for the next part that we work on.
Especially because you've got all that new gear now, Paddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we sign off?
I mean, we could keep talking for a long time. We could for a long time.
Maybe that can be another video we can do.
Well, actually, just going back on plans moving forward and all that. I think doing more interaction stuff would be cool.
Yeah.
We got a lot of friends talking about our band, and they're like to us going, "What do you think about this? How do you think about that?" But I think, because our Spotify results said that we've got a decent following in Sweden, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I laughed.
How ironic.
That's what I thought too. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've never been to Sweden, but I'd love it.
One day.
I'd love it.
It would be good to.
I don't know if I could go during their winter though.
Oh, no.
But yeah, hopefully the doors will be open when it's their summer.
Yeah.
Just seeing all the bands and that though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll go historical nerdy.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, we did Hammerfall first play their gig. It was a big venue, and it's all used to rehearse or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
Like I'd want to walk the same streets as them.
Where does Mark Wackerfeld live?
Yeah. I'd go total nerd news over there for sure. I'm sure people show me around. They'll be like, yeah, you like Meshuggah? I'm like, yeah, they'll probably see me wear my Meshuggah top and go, they used to rehearse down there or whatever. Or man, that'd be brutal. Love it. No, but going back, that was a tangent. Going back to what I was saying before about moving forward, it'd be cool to do some more interactive stuff with our fans.
Yeah.
Like do more. It's hard doing live streaming and getting comment stuff and all that with the time differences.
Yeah.
With like the people that enjoy our stuff from America or from Sweden or wherever else. And but definitely doing like online polls, seeing what they want.
Yeah. And if you like the video that we've done, please let us know, and happy to chat.
Yeah, let us know comments about any other stuff you want, because definitely want to have more interaction and cater for the people that enjoy our music and love it, because if they want more from us, we're happy to do whatever.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there's stuff that we don't know that we need to be informed by.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know what they're thinking. So tell us. Tell us what you want, and
Yeah.
we'll see what
Sounds
we can do.
good. Mm.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know what else. Moving forward, I think that's a big one.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, because doing the album, it was pretty closed doors.
Yep.
And we took a step back from social media and trying to push until we got the album out there. We were planning to do live shows, but that's not on the cards at the moment.
Yeah.
So I think we're in a really good place on where we're taking the album now and what we're doing. But moving forward from that, yeah, definitely more interaction with fans to see how we can cater for them.
Yeah.
And how else we can be creative with what we've got to keep them engaged and happy as well.
Absolutely. Mm. All right.
Anything else anyone else wants to add?
I'm just happy to be on board. Happy to be in a band that I'm, familiar with. That I actually enjoy playing. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
I mean, just going back to that before we say goodbye, it's like that's definitely one thing I spoke to Alex about when he did join the band. It was so comforting because it was like, we know you as a friend, we know you as a muso,
Yeah.
so there's no like need to audition or put you on a probationary period. Or anything like that. It's like we know you can play. You know like the tune, so it's like pretty much come along and start. It's like
That's it.
so it's really comforting knowing that there's none of that trying to find each other's feeding and see where we all fits in good and all that. It's like we know it just works. It's relieving pretty much compared to always getting a new member going, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Go through the notions again, which you got to do, and it does pay off. But yeah, it's nice to know that we're not in that position this time. Definitely. So yeah, I think we can do the sign off now.
Yeah,
Cool.
all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, and let us know any comments you want to make.
Yeah, let us know anything else you want us to work on or want us to do or you want to see from us. We'd love to hear from you and get feedback.
Yeah.
All right.
So until
All right.
next time, goodbye.